Hello and welcome back. Okay, this is going to be a real quick video on how to set up a table for weighted averages. Let's see here. I'm going to put my little title. Okay, so we have a built-in function for just normal averages in Excel. And it's just equals average and you select your number. That's if you just have like, it's just a normal add them up, divide by the total number of terms. So if you have 3, 5, whatever, putting some numbers. And then I want to take the average of them. The built-in formula is just equals average. Open parentheses, I select my numbers, close parentheses, and that calculates the average for me. And that's fine if it's a normal average, but if you're doing something like grades, those are weighted. So let's say I have grades. So I'm going to have category. I'm running through this real fast because I have a 5-minute time limit. There'll be weights, grades, and a work column. So let's say your category is, let's say you have homework. Let's say you have participation. So you have tests and a quiz. Okay, first off, those don't fit in the column, so I'm going to widen the column real quick just to make it work. And I'm going to give them some weights. So let's say homework, you have 30% of your grade. So I'm going to put 30, shift 5 for percent. Participation, let's say, is 10, shift 5. Let's say tests are 55%, and quizzes are 5. These need to add up to 100 because it represents 100% of your grade. Okay, and then let's say you have the grades in each of these categories. So you did well on your homework, you got a 95. You always participate, it's 100. You didn't do so well on your tests, and you forgot to take a quiz. Okay, so if I want to find the average, and you could do this for any category, it doesn't have to be these, you could set up for anyone, but this is the basic format of what you do. So my work, what I'm going to do is, since it's weighted, what you have to do is you take the weight and you multiply it by the grade. If you're doing it by hand, you change this to a decimal first. Since we're doing Excel, we don't have to. So we go equals this one times, which is shift 8, the grade, enter. That gives me that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the bottom right corner. I'm going to click and drag because it's the same thing for all 4 of these too. And then to get my final average, so I'm going to merge and center these two. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go equals, and I usually highlight my inputs. So the only inputs that I have here are the grades themselves, because if you have a fixed system, like a regular system, the weights don't change. They're the same. So the only thing that's changing is your grades. I could underline this one too. So, okay, so I have those. Those are my inputs. I want my final average. So my final average, what I do is I just add up these work things. Equals, I'm going to go SUM for sum, open parentheses. I highlight all the ones in my work column, close parentheses, enter, and that's your final grade. Ta-da! The only other thing we did with this one when we were doing this in class is we set up a little table that calculated what you need on your final grade, like to get your average to be a certain thing. So here at our school, we have, I'm going to copy this table over. So I'm going to do this, select it, Control C. I don't really need that title, never mind. I'm going to select this part. Control C. I'm going to come down here, skip a few lines, Control V to paste it in. So, okay, so in our school, like for the semester average, so I'm going to merge and center, semester average. Our grading periods are 9 weeks long. So we have, for our semester average, we have 3 categories. So I'm going to get rid of one of these. So I click on that, right click, delete row. Okay, so we have our first 9 weeks grade. We have our second 9 weeks grade. And we have our final exam. Those are the ones that go in for our final average. So all I do, so my first 9 weeks is 40%. So I just type 40. You don't have to backspace or anything. And now that it's already formatted for percent, you just type the number and it puts it in. This is 20. So then, let's say I got a 50 on the final. So then this tells me what I made for the semester. I'm going to make another video in just a moment for the what do you need on your final.